What's going on, Disney fans? It is Disney Dan here with another episode of DIStory, a Disney history lesson. And in this episode, we're going to take a look back at the evolution of a certain character who has been requested more than any other character in the comment section of all of the episodes of DIStories we've done so far, Goofy. That's right, we're going to take a peek at Goofy and his evolution inside Disney theme parks and outside as a costume character over the past 50 plus years. The first time Goofy was spotted in Disney theme parks was in 1955 when Walt Disney himself added a new circus attraction called the Mickey Mouse Club Circus in the back of the Fantasyland area of Disneyland's main theme park. Now, this was a rather short-lived circus act that featured a finale called the Parade of Toys that was led by a handful of costume characters, including Mr. Goofy himself. This version of Goofy featured a red shirt, black pant combo and had a uniquely foam sculpted head, very similar to the ones you saw for Minnie and Mickey during their Ice Capades years. His two teeth were front and center and as one piece in the front of the mouth, and he wasn't wearing his typical hat, and his nose was a little bit clean shaven without any of his typical Goofy whiskers. While very few photos of this Goofy exist, you can catch a quick glimpse of him in the background of some of the larger images and in some grainy home video. Skipping forward a few years to 1961, Goofy's presence in the park became more prominent as his new costume design rolled out. A solid rubber head covered in fur replaced the previous soft foam one, allowing for a much larger snout and nose. His long nose was accented with stubble and whiskers. He wore a small green fabric hat with a blue stripe on the top of his head, as well as a thin gray vest over a patched orange and blue pair of pants and shirt. His individual eyes allowed for the eyelids to be laid over, giving more depth and personality to the face. It was in 1963 that the head was recast and the black fur that previously outlined his forehead was pulled down into a widow's peak between his eyes. His thin, tall nose was replaced with a short, flat rubber piece, and he was given luscious eyelashes. In 1969, Goofy's head got a complete retooling, allowing for the character's face to have a lot more animation. Both the eyelids and the lower jaw were designed in a way that would allow them to bounce and move freely as the cast member inside moved around. Plus, Goofy's green fabric hat was replaced by a hard plastic one, and the overall appearance of his head and snout were sculpted kind of differently with some minor refinements. It was Disney on Parade that took the costume character on the road in the early 1970s, and while the design of this costume didn't change much, it was a bit more durable to perform stunts and move more freely compared to the park costume that only really needed to shake hands and pose for photos. For Mickey's 50th birthday in 1978, Goofy got a major overhaul. His wardrobe changed, including moving from the tight blue pants covered in patches to a looser fitting baggy pants with only one bright orange patch on the right knee. His shirt was shortened with rounded cuffs hemmed on both the sleeves and the bottom, exposing a bit of his belly and a pair of bright yellow suspenders. The shortened shirt meant that the vest was reduced in size both in length and width. His head lost the bouncy jaws and eyelids, and his snout was given a permanent clean shave, removing the little bit of stubble dots and only leaving a handful of whisker. The green plastic hat got a bright yellow stripe accent, and his hands lost a finger, going from the typical five-fingered glove to a character-friendly four-fingered glove. For some reason, in 1999, Goofy had a little bit of work done and his eyelashes were removed. Those big, luscious, sweeping eyelashes were no more, and now Goofy just had simple, clean eyelashes. In 2006, Goofy's moving eyelids and jaws were restored, though, when he was upgraded into an articulated head. Now the cast member performing Goofy could blink the eyes and lip-sync the jaw for stage shows and appearances. Not much of the modern head sculpt was changed from the 1978-1999 retoolings, but the pupils were made more centered and smaller to accommodate the blinking eyes. So there you go. There is the evolution of Goofy from early 1955 all the way through till the present, from weird foam heads to hard plastic heads to moving articulated heads. Goofy has had a lot of changes and a lot of work done, but ultimately he looks awesome and he is one of my favorites. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching this series. I really appreciate all of your support. I love every single one of you. Please leave me a comment and let me know which one of these Goofies has been your favorite, as well as what character I should do next in the Disney Costume Evolution series. I really appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Thanks for watching, and as always, you rock.